Glorious, wouldn't you say? I come up out of that hole there, and I look at that, and it's a different picture from here than it is from where we get down to the runway. It changes. So I'm at a lower level or something, I don't know. Whip! Thanksgiving. Another holiday we got to get through. Anymore, my wife and I, we don't want to participate. We do somewhat, and it's always nice, but I find myself, I've always just kind of bailed out, after being there for a short while, but everybody kind of expects me to do that, so I guess it's okay. And they say it's okay. Just not a sit around chit chat person, but I do want to know my children and grandchildren and so forth, and their women and their relatives and stuff. Well, not their relatives, but except Noah. Noah's in, and Big Nick. Whoa, there's a truck down there. Anyway, so I try to participate. See a truck and a tractor. Oh boy. There's always something happening at fucking Jurassic Park, I tell you what. I don't know what these fuckers do, but they're always doing something. And you never know what it's going to be. Right, coyotes? Woo! Anyway, I forgot to post my video yesterday, so I posted it this morning. So if I remember this one, there'll be two. I don't know why I make these. I'm driven to do it. I can't get nobody is awake enough for me to talk to at this level. So I just put it out there, picturing somebody who is at my level, wherever that is, getting something out of it. And I hope that's Chloe down there. Anyway, Thursday. See, it's different, completely different. Not as, coming up out of that woods, this is like really spectacular. I mean, this is nice, but coming up out of that woods, it's like, it's like etheric. But anyway, they say that spaceships, which I know they do, they hide in the clouds. And this Gina, what the hell's her name? She watches these cameras that are sitting around the planet. There's just still cameras sitting there recording. She watches those, and she gets some pretty interesting stuff. Maybe Gina Marie, I'm not sure. It's like that right there. See that rounded thing? That could be a spaceship. They're supposedly all over that freaking place. Hell, I'm on a freaking runway, and I've invited them, but so far they're not taking me up on it. I'd like to get that on video. That'd be all right, wouldn't it? Boy, I tell you what, if you want to see, things in the clouds like beings and angels and animals, it's for real. And this looks like a day if you could lay out here. If you could lay out here, I would say today you're going to see something. I can't forget that deer I saw up in these clouds one day. I mean, it wasn't, kind of looks like a deer, like hieroglyphics. I mean, it was a freaking deer with the markings on his fur and his eye and his nose, and it was the head of a deer. kept watching it to see if it would move its mouth, but it didn't. It just said, hello. And I had earlier saw a deer that got hit and said, little deer, you can come to my house in heaven and hang out. And I think that was him. So, whatever. I do that. Even skunks. Oliver, what are you doing? Oh, didn't mean to stop you. Well, maybe I did. What you looking at? Huh? Anyways, what do you think? What do you think? So, I really believe the movie is going forward. Now they're talking about Mr. T's last speech, and I said something about and he said something about, and my administration hasn't gone to war in decades. And he's like, well, wait a minute, what do you mean decades? So Tom Numbers at least asked that question to Janine, Tarot by Janine, Tom Numbers. He caught that, thank God. Thank God I'm not the only one. He said, what did he mean by that? He hasn't gone to war in decades. You mean he's been in control in decades? Or whoever it was inside that costume that looked like Mr. T? I don't know, but that's what they're saying. They said Mr. T at that speech was next to Melania, and he was actually shorter than Melania. But in real life, and what we've seen before, is he is taller than Melania. So they're saying that was a stand-in or somebody in a clone or whatever. But who knows? It's gotten so. Actually, that was what Janine said. The cards didn't want to tell. She said that we've gotten to the level where we're asking stuff that is too heavy for the public to handle. And I understand that. Like yesterday, a guy that lives with us totally asleep. I mean, he thinks Biden is good. Wow. Anyway, he says, comes into my room, she goes, I know you're into space things, because he probably sees the things I post. There's a thing about the rovers that they sent to Mars. And I said, well, well, that's interesting, but that's pretty old news. I saw that years ago but now they've made a movie out of it, so, he's caught it. And I said, man, I'll watch it, but I already believe there's thousands of people living on Mars and on the moon and on Saturn. And I think I stopped there. You know how far over the head that is for him? He can't handle, they can't handle that. They can't, and the moon is a spacecraft. And the people have been running the planet for millennia, or shall we say ones that like to bite you in the vein, etc. Clovis! Cooper! Come here, Coop. Standing there staring at me. Cooper, come here. Cooper, what are you looking at? You're looking at something down there. Cooper! Where's Charlie at? Cooper! Uh-oh. Charlie! Okay, they're all being weird. Come here, Cooper. Cooper's so strange. Standing there staring at you while you're calling him. He just stand there and stare at you. And then Oliver keeps taking a pose like he's looking at something. That's got me worried. Okay, let's go. All right, anyways. So, even the card readers are the collective consciousness, that's what they tap into. The arm testing thing, same thing. Except card readers also, some of them have a prophetic gift because they're getting future events. And that goes beyond the collective consciousness. The collective consciousness can only record what's happened already. But if you're getting future events and they're coming to pass, you have a prophetic gift. You're getting future events. If they keep coming to pass, and a lot of these tarot card reader people, they're hitting pretty good. 50-50 at least, which is not bad. Maybe more. But anyways, so what they're saying is we gotta, with people who are just now waking up, you gotta take it somewhat slow. Ow, that hurt. That hurt my little neck. You gotta take it, try to take it slow. You know, whatever. Meet them at where they're at, but even the Tigetans on their spacecraft, a girl there died recently on the spacecraft because she was so tired of the Earthlings not waking up, and I think she wanted to come back and reincarnate at a later time when the Earthlings, because that was her passion, was helping Earth. But we were so asleep. She's like just giving up, because those people don't have to die. They have machinery that will keep them quite alive. Ollie. And but come here, Ollie. I heard it. Chloe. Don't cower. Something moving back there. Go away, whatever you are. There's something moving back there. Anyways. So, we can't just dish out a big hunk of, because they can't handle it, and they'll just think everything you're saying is bullshit. But if you give them a little piece, I thought thousands of people living on three planets was a little piece, personally. But he just shook his head and walked out there. So, what are you gonna do? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. So, I believe it's all happening. I'm leaving the thing running because whatever that was back in this woods here might get interesting. However, not deadly. Jesus. Interesting, but not deadly. He was right up in there. Whatever it was right up in there. Right where I heard those barking dogs that day. So it doesn't look like we're gonna encounter anything. So this is good. So anyway, happy Thanksgiving. Careful what you eat. Food we got is so horrible. But according to Gene Decode, we have recovered from the underground bases enough food to feed the entire planet for 30 years. And this was the food that the elite had sacked away. So this is chemical free, GM, and then the letter O free, and just really, really good food. And we got enough of it. The Army has it. Excuse me, the military has it. And there's enough of it to feed us all, the entire planet, for 30 years. And it's good stuff. So, don't worry about shortages. That's all fake news to get you freaked out. So you'll finally overthrow the bad guys. And that's all they're trying to do, is to get people to wake up and overthrow the bad guys, the demons. Right? Okay. Oh. You want to be in my video? No? Don't look upon me, I am hideous. You made it. You're famous. You're now famous. 50 subs will be looking at you. Okay. Chloe. Doing the slow motion thing now. This is hilarious. Chloe, are they with you? No. Goopy. Charlie. Chloe. Chloe, quit doing the slow motion thing, will you? Chloe. Chloe. I don't know if this video may be too long. Shit. Oh well. She's doing the slow-mo thing.